Hello friends, in this video I am going to teach you quadratic equation from R.S. Aggarwal book and NCERT as well. In this video I will teach you exercise 4a from question number 10 to question number 15. So let's start this beautiful chapter, quadratic equation. Question number 10 is that 9x square minus 3x negative 2 is equal to 0. So first we are going to multiply the coefficient of x square and the coefficient of constant term. So the coefficient of x square is 9 and the coefficient of constant term, that is c, is 2. So this product we have 18. Now we have to do 2 factor of 18 whose subtraction we have to find the sign of constant term. The sign of constant term here is negative, so we are going to subtract both the factor of 18 and their subtraction should be equal to 3. So that would be 6 and 3, because if I am going to subtract 3 from 6, so I have 3, and if I am going to multiply 6 and 3, I have 18. So now start solving this question. This is the basic concept. This is the basic strategy to solve this quadratic equation. Now 9x square negative 6 minus 3 multiplied by x minus 2 is equal to 0. Here first we going to multiply this negative sign in the first term and in the second term, and this x in the first term and in the second term. So in the next term 9x square, 6 is positive. When positive going to multiply negative, then answer will be negative. Let's clear this space for some rough working. So we have 6x. Now again this negative will going to be multiply negative 3. So negative multiply negative is equal to positive. So we have positive 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now from first two term we have to take common, and here we can take 3x as common. So we are going to divide both the terms by 3x. And in the second two terms there is nothing common, so here in that case we can take 1 as common, because 1 is the multiple of each and every number. So 3x minus 2 will equal to be 0. Now this x cuts this x square x time, and this 3 cuts 9 3 times. This 3x cuts this 6x 2 times. So we have 3x and 3x negative 2 plus 1 3x negative 2 will equal to be 0. Now we have two terms. first term and second term. From both the terms, again we can take x minus 2 as common, and after taking the common, the remainder is that 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now put 3x minus 2 is equal to 0 or 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. After solving this, x will equal to be 2 by 3 or x will equal to be negative 1 by 3. So the final answer will be x will equal to be 2 by 3 and minus 1 by 3. This is the solution of this quadratic equation, or we can say that are the roots of this quadratic equation. Let's move question number 11 of quadratic equation from R.S. Aggarwal book for class 10th. Question number 11 is that x square plus 12x plus 35 is equal to 0. So for solving this question, first we have to multiply the coefficient of x square and the value of constant term. 35 ones is 35. So here 35 will going to multiply 1 and we have 35. And the sign of constant term is positive here. So we have to find 2 factor of 35 whose sum will equal to be 12. So these are 7 5s are 35 and the sum of 7 and 5 is equal to 12. So let's remove this. This is the basic strategy to solve this problem. So let's start solving this question. X square plus 7x plus 5x plus 35 will equal to be 0. From first two term, we can take x as common. After taking x common, we have x plus 7. In the same manner, from last two term, we can take 5 as common because 5 is the common multiple in both the terms. So we have now x plus 7 is equal to 0. Now from these two terms, we can take x plus 7 as common. After taking x plus 7 common, we have x plus 5 will equal to be 0. And now we put x plus 7 will equal to 0 or x plus 5 will equal to 0. Now solving this, we have x is equal to minus 7 or x is equal to minus 5. So the final solution for the x is minus 7 and minus 5. And this is the answer of this problem. And we can say that minus 7 and minus 5 are the roots of this quadratic equation. Let's move question number 12. Problem number 12 from R.S. Aggarwal book of quadratic equation of exercise 4a is that x square is equal to 12x minus 17. First, before solving this question, we just write this equation in the standard form of quadratic equation. X square, take both these values in the left hand side. When 18x, which is positive in the right hand side, when transport to the left hand side, it become negative 18x, and negative 77 will become positive 77 will equal to be 0. Now what we have to do, we have to do product coefficient of x square and the constant term. The constant term is 77 multiplied by 1, that is 77. Now we have to find 2 factor of 77. Before it, we have to check the symbol of constant term, the symbol of constant term here is positive. So that is 11 and 7, because the product of 11 and 7 is 77, and the sum of 11 and 7 is 18. So all the conditions are satisfied here. This is the basic strategy to solve this quadratic equation. Let's rough this. Now solve the problem. So x square negative, we write 11 plus 7 multiplied by x plus 77 will equal to 0. Here in this bracket both the numbers are positive. When both positive numbers are going to multiply this negative number, so they will become also negative, like this. X square, this negative going to multiply positive 11 makes it 11x. Negative positive 7 when going to multiply, and the final result is that negative 7x plus 77 will equal to be 0. Now from the first two term we have to take common, and here we can see x is the common multiple in both the term. So we take x as common. After taking x common, we have x we have x minus 11. You can see here, when you take x common from x square, then you are going to divide x square by x. So after dividing it, the final result you have x. In the same manner, when you are going to divide negative x 11x by x, then this x cuts this x, and the final answer you have negative 11. In the same way, now you are going to take negative 7 as common from last two term. So we have x negative 11 will equal to 0. When negative 7x going to be divided by 7, then you have positive x. And in the same way, when you going to divide positive 77 by negative 7, then the final answer is negative 11. Now from these two terms we can see x minus 11 is a common multiple. So we take x minus 11 as common. Now we have x minus 7 will equal to 0. Now put x minus 11 is equal to 0, or x minus 7 is equal to 0. Now we have x is equal to 11, or x is equal to 7. So the final answer of this quadratic equation is that x is equal to 11 and 7. This is the solution of this quadratic equation, or we can say that these are the roots of this quadratic equation. Let's move the problem number 13. Problem number 13 from R.S. Aggarwal book of chapter quadratic equation, exercise 4a. Question number 13 is that 6x square plus 11x plus 3 will equal to be 0. So I'll teach you that first you have to make a strategy before solving this quadratic equation, and the strategy here is that we have to multiply the coefficient of x square and the constant term and the value of constant term. So when 6 going to multiply by 3, so we have 18. Now we have to check the sign of constant term. The sign of constant term here is positive, so we have to do two factors of 18 whose sum will equal to be 11. So these are 9 2s. When 9 going to multiply 2, then we have 18, and when 9 is going to be added to 2, we have 11. So all the necessary conditions are satisfied. So this is the basic strategy to solve this problem. Let's rub this strategy and solve our problem. I'll try to teach you each and every quadratic equation with basic concept. So now solve 6x square plus 9x plus 2x plus 3 will equal to be 0. Now take common from first two terms. So from here we can see 3 and x is the common multiple of both the term. When 3x is take common from 6x square, so it will going to be divided. After dividing 6x square by 3x, we have 2x is the final answer. In the same way, when 9x going to be divided by 3x, then after dividing 9x by 3, we have 3 as the final answer. Now take common from last two term. From last two term we don't have any common multiple, so we take 1 as a common because 1 is the common multiple of each and every number, will equal to be 0. Now from these two terms we can see 2x plus 3 is common. After taking common 2x plus 3, we have 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now put 2x plus 3 will equal to 0 or 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now x is equal to negative 3 by 2 or x is equal to negative 1 by 3. So the final answer, the final solution of this quadratic equation is x is equal to negative 3 by 2 or negative 1 by 3 is the final solution of this quadratic equation, or we can say that these are the roots or zeros of this quadratic equation. Let's move problem number 14 of quadratic equation from chapter quadratic equation exercise 4a. Question number 14 is that question number 14, 6x square negative positive x and negative 12 will equal to be 0. Before solving this question we have to prepare our basic strategy. So our basic strategy is that we have to multiply the coefficient of x square and the constant term. 12 6 are 72. Now we have to check the sign of constant term. The sign of constant term here is negative, so we have to do 2 factors of 72 whose subtraction will equal to be 1, because at the place of b in this quadratic equation 1 is given. So we do 9 8, because when we multiply 9 8 we have 72 and the subtraction of 9 8 is equal to 1. So now solving our question, let's rub this basic strategy. My name is RohitSir. I am your math tutor and I am here to help you. If you have any problem, you can ask me your doubt in the comment box. 6x square plus 9x negative 8x negative 12 will equal to 0. From first two terms, the common multiple is 3x. After dividing, we have 2x plus 3. Now from last two terms, we can see negative sign is common in both the terms and 4 is also the common multiple of both the terms. Now when 8x going to be divided by, or we can say by 4, then we have 2x our answer. In the same way, when 12 will going to be divided by 4, then it cuts 3 times. 4 cut 12 3 times is equal to 0. Now take 2x plus 3 common from both the terms. So we have 3x minus 4 will equal to 0. Now put 2x plus 3 is equal to 0 or 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now x is equal to negative 3 by 2 or x is equal to positive 4 by 3. So the final solution of this quadratic equation is negative 3 by 2 and positive 4 by 3 is the solution of this quadratic equation, or we can say that these are the zeros of this quadratic equation. Let's move the question number 15 is the last question of this video. Question number 15 from R.S. Aggarwal book of chapter Quadratic Equation, exercise number 4a, page number 183. Page number 183. Question number 15 is that 3x square negative 2x negative 1 will equal to 0. Now prepare your basic strategy to solve this question. The basic strategy is that we have to multiply the coefficient of x square and constant term. That the coefficient of x square is 3 and the coefficient of constant term is 1 and the product of 3 and 1 is equal to 3. Now we have to check the sign of constant term. The sign of constant term is here negative. So we have to find two factors of 3 whose subtraction is equal to 2. So 3 ones are 3, because if I am going to multiply 3 by 1, so I have 3, and if I am going to subtract 1 from 3, so I have 2. So this is our basic strategy to solve this quadratic equation. I hope you understand this basic strategy very well. Now solve this question. 3x square negative 3x positive 1x negative 1 will equal to 0. Now take 3x common from both the terms. So after taking 3x common from 3x square, we have x only, and here we have 1, because when 3x going to be divided by 3x, then the answer will be 1. In the last two terms we can see 1 is the common multiple, so we have this. Now take x minus 1 common from both the terms, and we have 3x plus 1 will equal to 0. Now put x minus 1 equal to 0 or 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now solving this, we have x is equal to 1 or x is equal to negative 1 by 3. So the final solution of this quadratic equation is 1 and negative 1 by 3. Solve. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, please share, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates.